Hello there, everybody. My name is Wadel. I will be building a braai for us today, amongst other things. Now, as most of you won't know, I'm a South African, and one thing we love to do is braai. Now, in other countries, it's called something else, a barbecue, a grill. It basically does the same thing. So, I will be showing you my rendition of a braai and how I build it. So, to be able to even try this or do this, you will have had to reach the swamp biome, as you will be needing iron for the stone cutter. Apologies, as well as for the grid I'm going to use on top of the braai. Now, for those of you who have not played Valheim for that long and has not reached the swamp biome, the stone cutter is what you need to be able to, first of all, build with stone. And actually, iron and stuff you need the forge as well for. But yeah, let's not go there. This is what the stone cutter looks like. So I'll be using dev commands. I won't need any of these workbenches. But for you to start this build, you will need the workbench set up. And I would suggest that you do that on all the corners to give you better coverage. I'll be using the stone floor pieces as the base for my braai. For the sides, I will use the arch pieces, which I would use the glitch to put it in. And to do that, I just press shift and I align it to exactly where I want it, as you can see here. Now, for the braai, I would like to have a backing. This has more than one purpose, as I will need something for the iron grids or the stone floors or the iron floors to glitch on or to snap on. We won't be doing that right now. We will first need to get the item stands in place, as we will be using circling trophies for this to get the fire effect. Now I'm going to approximately use 20 of them. Because I've built this out before many times, I know exactly where I want to place them. In this case, 4 on each stone block at the back, 2 in the middle, 4 in front of each. That gives you a total of 20 circling trophies. For those of you who've not played this game very long, you will also get the circling trophies by the circling spawners in the swamp. It does take some time to get all of them together, but it's not that rare, so they drop pretty regularly. Let's go get them. I've already had them here already for this build. Now, to place them, you will have to put them in your hotbar. As you can see, the item stand asks for a number from 1 to 8. Now, I've pressed mine on 5, so I'll be pressing 5 when I attach them. As easy as that. But now we have a problem. The fire effect is to the back. And that is not what we want. We want the fire effect to be forward, which means the item stands are placed the wrong way around. Now, to get stuff placed with an item stand, it is a tricky story. It's trial and error. It's depends on what you want to attach. Now, in my case, you see the line is facing me. For the circling trophies to be placed the way I want them to for the correct effect, these lines will have to face away from me. I prefer to pan out a little bit so that I have a better idea of spacing. There you go. So let's try this again. Perfect. Now the trophies are facing the correct way and I have the desired effect I want. Now I'll be using the cage floor. Just remember to swing them around because you want the straight edge facing you. And these will automatically snap to one another after it's snapped, the first one snapped somewhere. In this case, it would be the wooden backing. Now you can, if you want to, put some trim on. I'm not going to do so, but you do it as you want to do it. I'm going to keep it plain for this build. Now, before the bog witch update that came recently, we had to attach food to the braai using item stands. Now, this is a test, as when I built this braai, I was not certain if we were still able to attach food to these item stands. And as you can see, I turned the item stand around to get different directions. Now let's test. You attach the item the same way you would usually do that I did the circling trophies, but in this case we cannot attach food on this item stand anymore, which means we will have to use the tray. I'm not sure if it works on the braai though. That remains to be seen and tested. There you go. This is my first rendition of a braai. Now, I'll be showing you one of my good friends, Sarah 4 and 10, had a similar idea. This braai gave me an idea for a hearth, not a hearth, a fireplace. So I have her permission to show you this, as it gave me the inspiration for my fireplace. But then also, it's a second braai idea, so why not? And it's pretty easy. Use a stone wall at the back, 2 by 1 meters, and the cage floor. Just turn it around. There you go. Light the fire and there you go. It looks awesome. Now, the fireplace. As you see, I dig down a little bit as I need the hearth to be further down, or basically exactly at floor level. So I place the hearth a little bit deeper down. In this case, it was covered in sand a little bit, so let's take a tiny bit of that away if we can. Again, same as Sarah's braai, I will also be using the arched build pieces on the stones. There we go. So this part will be pretty standard. The two sides and on the other side, and they snap pretty easily. You can use the normal auto snap points, not a problem. Let's place a stone at the back. And I'll be using the tar wood arches for the piece that faces into my room. It gives it a little nice trim. I'll be adding some walls for the sake of this, so I can show you what it looks like. Let's place a beam there to lift it up a little bit higher. And here I'm using the new snapping points we have by pressing Q. Add a little bit more trim. No. That one didn't snap correctly. Using snapping points. There you go. There we go. Now, to make sure that your fire keeps burning, even though it's raining, I will be using the, well, it's called the door trick, the wooden door trick, but this will help you get more snapping points. And as you can see here, I have spaced them out a little bit more. You can snap them closer together depending on the effect you want. Now for what I'm looking for, to place the 26-degree beams, is just a little bit of coverage for the fire, and that's more than what I need. Perfect. Close up the wall again. Okay. Let's close this off. Okay, the fire lights. Good. But this one didn't snap in the right place, so let's just replace that. There you go. Okay, so the fire extinguished itself, is smoked out. Even though you add more wood, it won't light. So which means the fire is not getting enough air. Which means we'll have to have a look at the back side, remove some of the build pieces and see if the fire reignites. There we go, fire's back on. Which means I will just have to move the build pieces a little further out, which means I'm going to snap it on the outside instead of on top. Close it off and have a look if the fire still runs. Perfect. Now, one of my good friends, Kyle, called this fireplace idiot-proof. As you can see, you cannot reach it. If you have the fire effect on your server, on your world, this fireplace should not make your place catch fire, same as the normal campfire does, because it doesn't shoot sparks. And there you go.